Welcome back to the Kickback Lounge podcast. My name is Drew Young, and I'm here with my co-host in the building.
It's Kenny B. What's up, everybody?
Yes, sir. And today, a lot of you have been waiting a long time, about 10 years for this. And by the title, you already know the name. GTA 6 is here. Today, we're going to break down the trailer, tell you what we think. And we would love your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to subscribe, like, and stay tuned,
Let's get right into it.
So today, like we said, GTA 6 is set in Miami. Well, fictional Miami.
Well, back to Miami. Back to Vice City, right?
Back to Vice City.
We haven't seen Vice City, I think, since what? 2006, 2004, somewhere around there.
It's been a while. And Rockstar is coming off one of the greatest games of all time.
I would say the greatest game of all time. Definitely the greatest selling game of all time. And maybe the greatest selling franchise of all time as well.
No, it's not Red Dead.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not whatever other bullshit they got. It's GTA 5, man. You got Lamar Franklin out there, Trevor, They did a good job of having like 3 different characters you're switching up. And then the first thing you see in the trailer for GTA 6, besides like the skyline and everything, is they start with it's a female lead character.
It's like 2 leads, yeah.
It's two of them?
Yeah, it's 2 leads. It's 1 female and then 1 male.
Yeah. So we have that. And the one thing that GTA, in my memory, has never done is been in prison. There's a prison in GTA, and there's like cutscenes about like leaving prison and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I used to play this game, Prison Break. You know the show, right?
Yeah.
So there was a game, Prison Break, and it was the same sort of deal. Like, you try to escape prison, you go through all these levels. That dynamic is interesting.
It's very interesting. Honestly, like our earliest memory of GTA, just playing together. Honestly, we started in GTA 4. Which was in New York.
No. You take it way back.
We're taking it further back?
Take it far back, bro.
Okay, yeah. We've played like what? GTA 3. At least I have. I played GTA 3. Yeah. I had Vice City. I had GTA 4. I had all of them actually.
8 Ball, bro.
Yeah, I had
Remember 8 Ball?
Yeah, 8 Ball.
No, but I mean obviously the biggest memory besides GTA 5 would be San Andreas. Like,
oh my God!
Think about
San
that.
Andreas.
Like, we gotta break that down. That's pretty wild.
San Andreas was definitely like my earliest memories of actually playing the video game and like learning the codes and the cheat codes and stuff. And then what we were talking about off air is like in 2013, when the Xbox One was like fresh.
Yeah,
that's when GTA 5 came out.
Fresh, like, and we didn't really know what to expect.
We didn't know what to expect.
Just think about the online GTA like universe, how it's evolved over the years. When it first started, like, okay, you could have like these cars. One thing they did do is like, okay, you can get an apartment, you can get cars, and then like you can do these missions. That's pretty much it. Like, you can play online, like deathmatch and all that, but like it wasn't the space that like a lot of modders took it, and like they took it to a space where like it's literally like a role play, like RP. Yeah, you can be a cop, you can be anything, and I hope that Rockstar. I haven't read too much about like what they're doing online and everything, but I hope they take this kind of how GTA RP is. Like, if you could be a cop like online and do that sort of stuff, that's gonna be wild. What are you more excited about? Are you more excited about the single player mode or like the multiplayer dynamic and stuff?
100%. We'll go back to the story in a minute, but I would say I'm definitely more excited to see the multiplayer. I think GTA 4, GTA 5 introduced the smartphone feature, where you can go online and you can like buy property and buy cars, like we just mentioned. And it would be cool to see them push that further. Like, they have in the trailer little clips of them on social media. Like, it'd be cool to just see X and like Instagram and like Snapchat on your phone where you can do that in the game. That'd be sick. And just to see, honestly, proximity chat with GTA 6
that'd be wild.
Would be wild, bro.
Yeah.
Would be wild. So honestly, that's some stuff I'm very excited to see. And then also just like the levels or how the world changes. Like that's something that I think, what was that? Battlefield 4 introduced like the map changes and stuff. That'd be sick to see that, dude.
Just a dynamic map.
Yeah, dynamic map.
I will say like RP kind of had like, once modders got a hold of it, it could go like to any any basically universe or like anything you could imagine, as long as you could code it in the game.
Yeah,
it was in there. Like you said, the Snapchat, the Twitter, it was all in there. They'd be like, pull up to this location, you know. They would do events. Like people would just have different roles in the city. And like if you're thinking of a video game, if you want to really just dominate, just make it to where you can be anything. Like kind of like how the metaverse is.
And that's interesting when you look at RP, because I know you've dove into a little bit of that. When you look at RP and like just literally the limitations or non-limitations that you can do with that game.
Yeah.
How do you think they're going to take some inspiration from RP and throw it into GTA 6? Or do you think they're going to basically just make everything original?
Man, I would hope they would take inspiration, but you got to kind of keep it within the confines of like possibility and like through your a lot of the stuff was like made up and then moderated by like different mods, like people like administrators and like that made the game. It was just like fans, but like they would kind of just be like, okay, these are the rules of the universe. You kind of got to play by those rules, you know? And that's kind of hard to do if like you just have like a set game with people online. But hopefully one thing I will say is like hopefully there's not a lot of issues initially, because like remember when GTA 5 came out and like there was a ton of issues, bro. Like you couldn't even get online.
It was laggy
without like the whole thing glitching. It was just like annoying.
Andrew, I think they're gonna probably introduce cross-platform play in this too.
That would be insane.
They probably would introduce that. I mean, you could play, you know, PS5, Xbox, and play in PC all in one. They're probably gonna introduce that, and then proximity chat is probably gonna come as well. But let's dive back into the story for a second.
I was just about to say that.
As you mentioned, there's two leads in this one, and a lot of people are speculating that it's going to be similar to GTA 5 where you can switch back and forth. But one thing that we haven't really seen, which is interesting, is there's a female character lead. I think we had a female character lead in GTA 3. You know, you guys can fact check me. Yeah, I was going to say you guys can fact check me on that one, but maybe GTA 3. What do you think that's going to look like in 2023? That's interesting.
You know, I actually did see people online like, oh, GTA's going woke, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, GTA going woke? Like, come on, bro.
GTA is
like, that's the silliest shit ever, bro.
Yes.
Because they're so anti, just like, they're like South Park, you know, say whatever you want,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Everything's a joke. And
everything's a joke.
Everything has comedy to it, and they're going to really play on it now, because I feel like even the social media clips that we saw in the game, it plays on it heavy. Some of those clips are from like viral Florida news that actually happened in real life.
Yeah,
like the
so
alligator.
You saw that. I was gonna bring that up. The alligator, the Joker, guy, the chick with the hammers, like
the swimming pool, with them pulling out. Like all of that is from viral news. That shit is hilarious. I love when GTA dives into stuff like that, because it just shows that like they're not afraid to get like into the world. You know what I mean? And like they did a really good job with LA. They did a really good job with New York with GTA 4. So I'm very excited to see that we're back in Vice City. So we're in a prison, and what do you think?
At least initially, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if any of the story will be in the prison,
right?
But I definitely hope they take that angle, because that's just like
interesting,
bro. People like
very interesting.
People say like glorifying like prison and shit, but like I mean, we listen to rap, you know what I mean? Like we glorify a bunch of like terrible shit, but this would be fun, bro. It's always fun, like just you don't get a lot of video games that kind of dive into that world of like being in prison and shit. Like, dude, I don't know. It's just like an interesting take and an interesting place you can go. I think that hopefully they do a little bit about that, but like, I don't really care, female lead, whatever. Just make the story good. That's all I care about. Make the story interesting. Make me like, I think the big thing about like Michael, Trevor, and Franklin is like, you can see they have their own world. Like Franklin is in this like trying to get out the hood type of thing, like kind of like Ice Cube, you know, and like NWA sort of shit. Like, okay, I'm in this world, but like I don't really want to be here. I kind of want to level up and get out. And like there's all these factors holding him back. Michael, you see like typical, you know, married 40-year-old white dude that married dad, and like dealing with a bunch of bullshit with his family, rich. They're all entitled, blah, blah, blah. You see that sort of world. And then you Trevor, you know?
Country.
Crazy. It's just Trevor. You can't even begin to explain it. Like, it's so just wild GTA. style, but
that's what they did so well, right?
Yeah.
Was the characters.
Yeah, so hopefully in this, like, I don't care, it's a female, whatever.
Yeah.
As long as, like, just make her story good and make it realistic, relatable, you know, and let us see into that world a little bit. And then the fact that we talked about a little bit, the fact that this is in Florida and, like, just all the shit that goes on, like, all the Florida man stories, it's just, like, this, the funny thing about this is, like, they just, like you said, they just took news stories and made it, like, part of the video game. That's hilarious. That's how wild Florida is, bro.
Hopefully
they're
we
just
get some
like
Tiger King in there, too.
Hey, that would be wild. But, like, see, like, even that's a good angle they could take.
Yeah.
But just seeing, like, they're like, oh, we're not even going GTA. We're just taking from real Florida. We're taking from real, play that, you know? Play that. That's just wild to me.
And that's always a good thing that the GTA does really well is they do a really good city, and they adapt the city really well. And I just remember when they announced GTA 5, and they announced that we're going back to Los Santos. And, like, the feeling of just being like, oh, we're going back to Los Santos, and going back to revisit the street where CJ and the homies were, like, hanging out and stuff. Like, that stuff was so cool to see with the graphics. And so to see us go back to Vice City, and they released some speculations of, like, the map, and that it's now 3 times bigger than LA's Los Santos map. That is just terrifying, bro.
Next gen.
When you think about next gen capabilities and 4K and the Everglades and how Miami is just popping right now, like, you see like the nightlife in that game. Oh man, it's gonna be a blast.
Think about the map too. Like, think about the map in GTA 5, where, like, you had Sandy Shores or whatever. I think that's what it was called up north. And then, like, you have the city. That's basically, like, two dynamics. Really. You had a little bit of suburbs in there, but it wasn't, like, anything crazy. But, like, what you can do in Miami, like you said, the Everglades, like, I know they're taking a lot from Red Dead Redemption, which there was alligators and stuff in there and, like, animals in there. And, like, that's just a cool aspect to see in a video game.
Feature. Such a cool feature. When you mention, like, the two dynamics, we've never seen that in a video game before, where they show, you know, country, city, and all of that is live. I remember it took me a whole summer to discover that entire map of Los Santos. So to hear that it's now 3 times bigger and it's in Miami, Miami's popping right now too, by the way. Like, Miami's popping and LA's kind of fading. It's probably the number
1 city.
I would say so. And, like, LA's kind of fading out. So this is a perfect time to make that the map.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say enough of how much excitement a lot of people have for this game. Like, it's just
GTA 7 Atlanta.
GTA 7,
GTA 8 New York.
That'd be sick. St. Louis, bro. GTA 8 in St. Louis.
Just be people backdooring each other.
But no, man, and it's also the highest grossing clip, I think they said, on YouTube in the last decade, which is it's crazy.
Yeah, but I'm excited for it, man. I hope everything turns out well, and I know Rockstar. I trust them to give us a good game, and it will be a cultural staple for a while. Honestly, motherfuckers are gonna be staying in the house, bro. Like,
I know that first week, dude, I'm gonna be on there for a couple hours for sure.
That was a huge thing with RP. Like, it happened during the pandemic, and it was easy to stay inside. Yeah, like, this is gonna set people back a hot minute. And it's like almost this world of social media is so crazy. So crazy. Like, GTA is like, nah, you know, what's happening in the real world is almost crazier than our video game. Yeah. That's just wild to me.
It's insane to me. And the thing is, like, it's such a staple in, like, pop culture. Yeah. Like, everyone's going to be playing GTA, man. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Going to get spoiled, probably. But, like I said, hopefully the online is cool. It will probably take forever. Honestly, a lot of companies just release games before they're finished. But, I mean, this took 10 years, so, like, hopefully it's finished.
10 years. I'm hoping it's polished. Yeah. And then you take into account, too, also, like I meant to mention earlier, is, like, there's a lot of people working on this game. And it's not even just like they have this section of Rockstar who's dedicated to this game. Yeah, they have that. But GTA, you could argue, is probably Rockstar's most successful game of all time. So it's like they really take that serious at that studio. Yeah. And coming off Red Dead Redemption 2 and seeing how that game leaped from 1, I'm just excited, man.
Dude,
I'm very excited.
You know what's funny to me? Like, so many people think they're so important that they want to be in GTA. Like, the Joker, like the Joker scene, you know, that dude that got arrested, like the Florida Joker. Okay, they definitely took him as inspiration. Obviously, you know, it's like it's clear as day. You could see it, but like people like Ruby Rose and like Sean O'Malley are like I think Sean O'Malley might be a screensaver in the game.
Yeah, I could see that.
But
a lot of people probably will.
I want the game to be the product. Like I don't want celebrities.
Well, remember GTA 5? Kate Upton was one of the screensavers.
Was she?
Mm-hmm.
That was her.
Remember?
That was
her. It was
like, bro.
They came out later and they said that it was, it was supposed to be her, but like it was speculation at first.
But like supposed to be somebody and like actually being somebody.
Yeah.
It's like then you just kind of make it to where these people like think they're so important that they're bigger than the game. It's like, no. The game is bigger than you.
Oh, the game is the biggest thing, and that's the thing is like you would want to get in this game, like you said, Joker.
I understand it, but I'm like, hey, like, let Rockstar do their thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't try to be like, it's just annoying. But that's just my opinion on it. Let us know your opinion. Are you guys excited for GTA 6? What do you want to see in it? Are you gonna play it? Do you not give a fuck about GTA 6? Any final thoughts on this, Kenny?
Very excited. I mean, the graphics look unreal. That's probably the biggest takeaway I got from this trailer. It's unreal with the graphics. So hopefully they can push that to 60 frames. And yeah, man, I'm excited for 2025. Let's go.
Let's fucking go, man. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast. Follow us on Instagram at TKBLPODCAST, the Kickback Lounge. And fuck with the boys.